Hello and welcome to the OneProbe mod spotlight. So here we have a sheep, and when we press shift on it, you can see it will tell me it's got slowness, and that's because there's three different modes. This item you get in this first slot. So this is in not needed mode. If I press extended here and I press shift, I get no information. Okay, so if you really want the best performance from it, you want to put it into this is. You can. I'll explain that 1 minute. You just put it in not needed mode. That will give you the most information on sneak, and this is so it will tell you status effects of mobs, for example. Now, what you just saw there, if you shift right click on this, you can see you can choose which style you want. There's various different styles, and you can also click on various corners here to move it around, and you've got some arrows as well to make it larger and to put it wherever you like. So that's pretty cool. So now it's moved around, and you can see I'm in not needed mode, and we can see all the effects. So not needed is the best. But just to clarify this, if you need it, what you'll have to do is you'll actually have to get this item, the OneProbe, or you can actually put it into a helmet as well. So that's one way to do it. So if you have it in needed, then you won't actually be able to see the information. But with not needed, you get access to all the information. And in extended, you're not going to get access to all the information when you're sneaking. So I'm in extended mode now. I sneak and we don't get any of the information. Put it into not needed mode, sneak, we get the information about the slowness. Okay. So I just wanted to clarify that. So not needed, probably the best option here. So there are a few other things that we can see. So for instance, if we see here, we can see we've got dirt and lava here. If we press the L key, you can see it's going to tell us that there's lava and water here. So that will be able to toggle liquids on and on. There's also something like, so I believe this block, does it need RF? I think it does need RF. But you can see the RF. I haven't actually got any blocks in this pack which is going to display RF stuff, but it will tell you RF levels. So on more, I mean that's quite an odd thing to check on, I suppose. But yeah, it will normally tell you. Now, if you have a chest, for example, did I put a chest down? I did. So what we can do is if we can see that if we shift here. So again, I'm in not needed mode. Then we shift, and there is interesting because if you have it on extended mode, yeah, put it in extended. Interesting. So in not needed mode, we can shift and we can see the items in the chest. Okay, there's other things as well here. Yeah, so I think not needed really is the best way to go for this. So for instance, if we burn some wood here, you can see we get nothing here, but if we shift here, we can see what is actually in the furnace as well. And there's other things. So for instance, you can see it's telling me that you need a shovel for this. And this is indicating that to get a snow layer, a wood shovel would not work. That is kind of odd, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure why that's like that. Yeah, I guess the right-click functionality of the shovel. I think this is actually this is interfering with Quark as well, which does that effect. So maybe it's getting a little bit confused with that. So yeah, so you can see that you can see the growth of the crop there. And you can just see the mining levels for things. Another thing to mention as well is that if we go into mod options, which for some reason I've just forgotten where it was, we go into mod options and we go to the OneProbe, you can actually change the config here. So you can change various things like the color of the box. And there's also hold key to make visible. So you must hold down the hotkey to show the tooltip. So really, if you want it to be very, you might want to put that true if you want it to be very sort of unintrusive. So there is that, and there's also the yeah. So that actually, yeah. So that's interesting. That command actually puts you into this screen. This screen I actually don't remember being here, so it may be new. But there are interesting new, different styles that you can have as well, which is quite cool. And yeah, so just to think about the reds. Obviously, I haven't actually. I mean, I may be able to. Do I have? I don't think I have any blocks in here which are actually going to have redstone on them. But you see, it's going to tell me the power level of the redstone there. And yeah, so and the thing is, right, is that there may be a lot of like extra stuff that is added by different mods to give you information. Like I know there's stuff with more detailed information about various crops and things like that. I know exist, and it's cool that you can see what's in the chest by pressing shift there. But yeah, in conclusion, I would just say not needed really to get the most kind of, and then we can do L to see the information on that. There isn't any. It won't tell you the state of this lava flowing block or the water flowing block, so that's not there. But other than that, if you do use the probe, final thing actually is if you do use the probe, and we were in needed mode, we could actually put the probe in the offhand, so you could carry on doing whatever. And it would still show, and it still works. But you see, you do have to select it. Whereas if it's in the offhand is auto selected. If it's just in your inventory, it won't work though. But that's all. Thanks for watching.